Yo, what's up guys? My name is Blackbeard and today I want to share some very interesting information that has been shared on the Discord, the official Discord. Um, I believe Aki, which is a YouTuber, he made some interesting videos that he shared the multipliers on World Boss. And then Foix, which is a very popular streamer and really you should watch him, kind of try to tweak the numbers a little bit. And I'm going to show you in Excel and I'm going to show you how to use these numbers to your benefit. So we have an Excel sheet right here. And in this Excel sheet, we have the multipliers, which are rough estimated for the world boss. And these are the multipliers that we can use to calculate which unit is going to do what damage, but better, which rune is better for what. So a quick explanation would be, if I would have 1 speed on my rune, every 1 speed results in 80 damage on the world boss. So that means if I get 10 speed, that would result in 800 damage. Now, I'm going to show you an example of a rune, how much damage it do and what we can exchange it for to improve our runes. So let's go back into the game. And I have Enchantress here, and she has the following rune. We're going to make that on a big screen. And we're going to fill in these numbers of this rune into the Excel sheet. So we have crit damage, which is 80. Okay, we have flat attack, which is 62. We have 12% HP, and we have 1058. So if we want to calculate exactly what 12% means, I need to take the base HP of the Enchantress times that. So if we go have a look on the Enchantress, this is 19830. And if you go to the calculator, here you see 19830 times 012, we get to this number. So roughly 2400. Together with that 1000, we can add these two up. So add 1058, and we get to this exact number. We take it and we paste it in here. Probably something with the dot. There we go. And do we have anything else? No, that's it. This is the total stats. I believe I miss crit. So we have 16 crit. So the total stats of this rune, the total damage I will get from this exact rune on Enchantress is 8100.42. This is the damage I will get, the total damage of this rune on Enchantress. Now, let's search for another rune. So we unequip this and we're gonna try runing her up with an attack because she's above 1800 attack. We want to rune her up with attack. So I think I have a rune somewhere laying around that has attack on her. Let's see if we can find the rune. All crit damage. I think that's... Let me find the rune real quick as I don't know where it went. Okay, we found the rune. It's not upgraded yet, but I want to share this with you guys. So we're going to upgrade him. So I'm going to speed this one up and we'll get into max level. Let's go. Well, that took forever. Okay, I currently don't own the quartz to max this guy out, so this rune will lack some quartz, but doesn't really matter for the calculations. So the drain rune is now maxed out. Let's go back to our Excel sheet. We delete these numbers and we go to the stats. We'll first fill in the stats we know directly, which is 15 crit, and we put in 5 speed, and the rest is defense and HP and attack. So we have to calculate with these numbers. So what we do, we go to the base stats of the unit, which is for the attack, we know it's 1925 times the massive stat, so the main stat, 0.63, which results into this number. We copy this number into here, we'll make it 0.3. And this number is times 5.8, so that's why you see the 7,000. Already, without taking HP and defense into account, I already see a higher number, which will result in more damage on the world boss. So we still have to do the HP and the defense. So let's check the defense one. So we have 870 defense, 870 times, I believe, was 0.8. So it's 69.6. So for defense, 69. And then for the HP, we have quite a bit of HP. So we're gonna take the base HP, which is 19,830. And we're gonna times that the amount of HP she has, which was 6. So times 0.06, which results in this number. Let's say 190, 1,190. So we fill that in here, 1,190. And there we get the total result. So this rune comes out on 9,500. So the upgrade on this rune is quite big, as you can see. And I just calculated this and I noticed, okay, this is a big upgrade. It's an ungrinded drain rune. So can you imagine if it gets grinded? Because then we get to at least get 17, we would get 7 speed. The defense can go up like 30, so let's say it does that. So it goes to up there. The attack will stay the same and HP will, it can be like 5%. So 5% means it could also be 6. So make it easier on us, we'll just double this number and make it 2. And then it will have 10,383. Though that's the exact number that rune would give me as damage on the world boss on the enchantress. So now I know this, and I just know this is a big improvement. And I can now basically go to the next rune and continue watching. Example, you can do this with any rune and with any unit. You only have to keep in mind what are the base stats and how does it work. If you know that, you can exactly calculate what is an upgrade and what is not. Even though the numbers are not exactly 100% true, like the multipliers are a bit off, we know that attack has better value than, for example, resistance. And knowing that and just using it and using the same calculations, you will get a good idea on what rune is better than the other. Obviously, we can also make it so that we have the total damage of a unit as well. And that's really easy. You can just fill in everything of a unit. So let's go for this enchantress right now. We see all the base stats down below, so let's use that. And we will go to our Excel and just fill in our total stats, which are, let's say, what is it, 1983 plus 8536. So that would be her total HP, and that will make the total damage. And then we have 1925 plus 4717, and then we would get our defense, which means 870 plus 498, and then we would get our speed, which is just 126. We'll get our crit, which is 100. We'll get our crit damage, which is 103. We'll get a hit, which is 6. And we'll get our resistance, which is 55. So her total damage would result in 86k. And you get about 5 units in, right? So let's say we have 5 enchanters completely like that. So let's say is this times 5, you would get this number, and this is a legit number because if you get S rank, you have 450k. So as you can see, this calculation gives a pretty accurate way of calculating. Obviously, there's something else you have to think of. My enchanter has 5 runes of conflict, which will result into a 6 set because there's some kind of, I guess it's a bug or whatever, but 5 counts as 6, and every conflict set gives 8%. So what I have to adjust, Excel, what I have to adjust is she will bring 16, what is it, 24? Yeah, she will bring 24% attack to the whole team. That means we have to add that onto this, which is basically, so what we have to do to add that on is add that plus 24%, that's 462. So this comes onto this number, so we have to add the 462. So that would mean she gets that much more damage. And realize that this number that I just added is going to be added to every unit. And it's actually every time you put more conflicts, you have to add that on to. So if you would you have 5 units, so the max amount of sets would be, every unit can have 3 sets. 5 times 15 sets, you could get 15 sets of 8%. So you would be able to do 15 sets times 8. It's 120% more attack. So I know not everything is in enchanters, obviously, but if I would add that on, that is a massive amount, 180% attack onto this base attack. That's insane. Oh, sorry, 120. So that's like, yeah, it's just crazy because that's like 1.8. You have to double that. This amount of attack you get, that's crazy. If you add that on to just this unit, let's say just onto Enchantress, right? Let's calculate that in. So instead of that, we'll add this. So 3465. And that just skyrockets. As you can see, if I would have 5 Enchantress like this, same because they have the same base sets, I would end up doing 50k because it will be, or sorry, 50k, 500k, because it will be this times this amount, right? Obviously, you have different units, but you can see how insane multiplying that it's going to be. But I want to give you guys this knowledge on how to improve what rune you need to put on, because basically what you just do, you fill in the stats and you just check what rune is better. You can do this with any rune. The easier runes are the slot 1, 3 and 5, because you don't have to do any percentage based stuff from the main rune, but it's really easy. It's not that difficult. This is like a very nice rune for the fact that it has the innate stats and the rest is all good stats. Not the highest stats, but it's a good blue rune. And yeah, you just go fill that in and that's it. So for attack we go 212. We have to add something more, but that's okay. We'll go for the crit 15%, crit damage 15. Oh, wrong cell, 15%. We have 9 resistance, And then we have 8% defense. I don't know what that is exactly, so we have to calculate. So once again, we check the base stats, we calculate it in. So for defense, 870 times 008, that will be, actually we used that number already. Let's say 70 or 69 to be more exact. And then we have the attack percentage, which is 15%. No, sorry, 12% of her base attack. So we go into 1925 times 0.12, not 2, 12, which is 231 extra attack. And that's plus this, so we will do what was it, 12 or something, and then 231. Jesus, every time I copy paste something, it doesn't allow me to press enter or something. Not sure why. So this rune would give me 5.7k total damage. The reason why, and I can basically just copy this number or write it down. I shouldn't copy it because it's Excel. It will copy the, oh, just like that. This is what I want. And then I will just go for another rune, go into conflict obviously, and then for example take this rune. Like, would that be better? Or this rune? I haven't rolled it yet, but like now I can just be like, okay, what does this rune do for him? And I can put it in a calculator. Let's go to the other side. That's also fine. So we put everything out and we fill in the other rune. So once again, 212. Crit is this time higher, which is 18. Now we get 8 speed and we get 53 defense. And again that 80 prompt, and that was plus 96, I believe. So what we'll do is 53, and then we use that because that's what the 8% was. And there we go. This rune only gives me 4k. So now we know this rune is far superior than the other rune. And this is how you can check. This was an obvious one because there's just more stats on this rune than that. But you get the gist of it. I hope this, guys, helps you to re-rune units for World Boss to figure out how you can push your damage. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank Foa and Aki and everyone that actually worked on the multipliers, because this is very useful information, and put it to good use. You will see great success. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.